Hey, it's Shahara. Welcome back to my channel, to the TV Fanatic. So I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to start something new on my channel. Um, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this. I'm just going to see. But, so on my book channel, for, those that do not know, I also have a book YouTube channel. Um, and I do monthly TBRs and wrap-ups. And monthly wrap-ups are when I talk about the books I read the previous month, and monthly TBRs are where I talk about the books I plan to read this coming month. So I thought it would be fun to start doing that with TV shows and movies every month. My uh, TV wrap up, and then my TBW to be watched, and yeah. So I thought that would be fun. I think I got everything I watched. So this is gonna be the wrap up, and I think I got everything I watched. It's a lot easier to track books than TV because with books it takes longer to read than it does to watch TV. So uh, first of all, I don't know. I might read more than I watch TV, but it'll be like less books if that makes any sense at all. But then there are TV shows and movies. But yeah. So I'm gonna start tracking throughout the month, like just whenever I watch something different, I'll put it down on the list for the next month. So yeah, but this idea just came to me the other day, so I think I got everything that I watched. So first we'll do movies. I usually don't watch as many movies as I do TV shows. There are times where several months in a row where I may not even watch one movie. I'm more into TV shows. So I actually watched quite a bit of movies last month, a lot more than I usually do movie wise. Like I said, I'm more into TV shows, but every so often there'll be this movie I really want to watch. So yeah. Um, and yeah, so I'm going to talk about the movies that I watched. I finally watched Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Um, I did not know that was a thing, so I saw the ad for it on Disney Plus, and I was like, I need to watch it. And it still took me some time to finally get to it, because like I said, I don't watch movies that often. But that was the only one that was my first time watching. Everything else I mentioned on the movie section is stuff I've already watched before. They were just rewatches. So I was in a live action Disney mood, so I watched back to back. I watched live action Beauty and the Beast, the live action Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, only the second movie because I was just in the mood for the second movie. I love the first movie, but I love the ending of the second movie, like the entire fight scene and all that. I absolutely love it. And then the live action Aladdin and the live action Alice in Wonderland, the first movie. I like the second movie too, but I do prefer the first movie. And yeah, so I watched all four of those because apparently I was in a mood for them. And then I also I might be an unpopular opinion, but actually for the live action versions, I feel like they improved things. I'm not a huge fan of the Sleeping Beauty animated, anyways. Um, and then Alice in Wonderland, it was my favorite movie. No, it was flat five according to my mom. But and I still like the concept, but I don't know. Maybe it's too outdated for me now. I don't know, but I haven't watched it since I was probably five. And then but I love the live action version. And then Beauty and the Beast, I love the story, and it's my favorite fairy tale. But I like the live action version better. I don't know why. I do love the inclusion of the song Evermore. And I don't know. I guess I just like that the live action version. I don't even know why. And then Aladdin, I think I do know why, because I love what they did to Jasmine's character. I always loved Jasmine's character because she was her and Belle were like the first two. I think Belle was like a year before Jasmine, but they were the first two like princesses that started having like more of a fierce personality, more um independence. I mean, yeah, they still had love interests and stuff, but you can have this whole independent thing with love interest. I still love that some of the princesses don't have love interests. Knowing me, like of course I love that, but I love they were just the first princesses that were like more feminist, I guess you could say. But I love what they did to Jasmine because even even first of all, she had a bigger role. Plus, I'm in love with the song "Speechless." Absolutely love it. And plus, in the animated, she didn't want the whole marriage thing, but it was because she wanted to fall in love, and she wanted to wait until that happened, no matter who it would be. But here, when she talks about not wanting this marriage, she doesn't talk about waiting for the right guy. She doesn't want it because she wants to be Sultan. And in the animated, Aladdin became Sultan because it just magically went to the guy, but not here. Now, so she's like even more feminist than she was in the animated. First of all, she has that amazing song, Speechless, and then plus the speech she had to Akeem afterwards, and plus she fought so hard to become Sultan because she deserves it. And in the end, she became Sultan. Even when Aladdin married her, she was Sultan, and she had the final say to everything, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, just had to say all that. But yeah, I love the live action movies. So, and then I also watched all 8 Harry Potter movies with my mom. We binged them, not all like at once. But yeah, uh, I love Harry Potter, and I loved binging them with my mother. And yeah, so I've been meaning to watch the Harry Potter rewatch the Harry Potter movies ever since I reread the books earlier in the year, earlier last year, but it didn't end up happening. I don't know why. And yeah, so I was happy to finally binge watch them because even though they have their issues, they also because I do prefer the books for the most part, obviously, but especially since my 2 favorite characters and my favorite couple were all kind of trashed in the movies, but there are certain scenes or things that the movies did better. It was few and far. I feel like the bigger things, for the most part, like were better in the books, but I also feel like there were details and stuff that were better in the movies, like how Dobby became free at the end of Chamber of Secrets. I prefer the movie version. And actually, Order of the Phoenix, the entire film was better than the book. And I'm not the only one that thinks that. I know a Harry Potter ish. Well, he's mostly Harry Potter YouTuber, but he does do some other things like Percy Jackson, Avatar, and Hunger Games. But mostly Harry Potter. Movie Flame, you should subscribe to him. He is awesome. But he said something about the Order of Phoenix book movie being better than book, and I was like, I'm not alone because I still love the Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix book, obviously, but the movie did so much better with it. The final fight, for one, because I love how they were united and it wasn't this jumbled mess. Plus, the build up was so slow in the book because of they were exploring the ministry, I guess. And the movie was just so much more fast paced. Um, plus, they did better with Neville's character. I mean, the book didn't like do bad with his character. They just started really improving it, like those small scenes with him and Bellatrix and all that. Plus the build up with him and Luna, because I actually do really ship them, and that was something made up by the movies, and I'm so glad it was. Um, what else? There was Sirius's character, for example. The the book, he would just seem so out of character in the book. You know, all being selfish and whiny and thinking his problems were bigger than Harry's. And like in Goblet of Fire, he legit risked everything to go see Harry, make sure he was okay when finding out what was going on, and knowing he could get caught and knowing he's wanted. But he did it anyways. In the book, he just seems so much more selfish and everything. But in the movie, he was more like book series, you know, caring more about Harry. And yeah, so those are the only examples I can think of right now. But even though I still love the book, the movie as a whole is actually better. But that was the only movie that's better than the book out of the series. But yeah, I plan to do a whole video, few videos actually. I think I have some planned that's like things the books did better, things the movies did better, and this and that. So I won't get into too much more detail at this point because this video is not the point. But yeah, so yeah, but if you are a fan of Harry Potter or Percy Jackson or Avatar or Hunger Games, I think those are the ones he does the most. Though I don't think he does that much Hunger Games. At least I haven't seen that much. Um, and then but Harry Potter is the main thing he does. But if you like those other things, he has videos for those too. You should definitely subscribe to him. He's a great YouTuber. But yeah, so moving on. That's it for the movies I watched in January. So TV shows, Johnny Test. I have like several designated, I guess, bedtime shows I like to call them because I need TV when I go to bed. But it depends because like it can't be something that I love too much. Even if I've seen it a million times, I'm gonna want to watch it. It has to be something that I like but don't love enough to want to stay up to watch it. If that makes any sense. It makes sense in my mind. So yeah. Um so that's my current bedtime show. I've been turning it on every night to go to sleep, and I will until I finish it. I think I'm on season 5, and there's 6 seasons. So yeah. Um, then my bedtime show before Giant Test was Phineas and Ferb because I love watching that. But anyways, I watched H2O Just Out of Water, but I only watched a couple episodes. I watched the episode when Ricky and Zayn. No, it wasn't their first kiss. It was technically their second kiss. It was kind of when their relationship started. Um, when they were like locked on the balcony at that thing they were at, and yeah, and then they got close and had a kiss and everything, yeah. And then I also watched the episode when Emma, Cleo, and Lewis found out the two of them were dating, and I plan to watch more. I'm not watching every episode, just the episodes I want to watch. I know I want to watch a couple more Ricky and Zayn related episodes because they are my favorite ship. And then I want to watch I like the last episode of, I think it's season 1. Yeah, when the scientist lady tried to take their powers and stuff, and Zane, and then I want to watch some episodes from season 2, like when Zane returns and him and Ricky get back together, um, and the last episode of that season. And I know there's more I'm gonna want to watch. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Those are the only ones I can. But yeah. So then I watched a few episodes of The Flash, not that many. Actually, I watched quite a bit from season 3 because that's my favorite season. Mostly because I love Julian and Julian is my favorite of Caitlyn's like love interest, and I love their relationship, and I really wish Julian came back. And I'm not just saying this because it is Tom Felton, but I just loved his character, and I loved his dynamic with Caitlyn. So um, and then Arrow, I'm still currently rewatching. I'm also not uh, gonna rewatch all of it. I'm just rewatching whatever I'm in the mood for. So yeah. Stranger Things, I rewatched some of seasons 1 and 2. That's it so far. But I'm still going through that. Then Owl House, the new episode came out in January. I think there's only one more episode, and I have no idea when that's coming out. But I really enjoyed the last episode, and I am so, and it was just so good, and I'm so excited for the last and final episode. I really loved seeing, because like the first episode of the season was just about the kids in the human realm, and then at the end of that episode they went back to the demon realm, and then you once they're and now that they're in the demon realm, you were also getting more back into the other characters, finding out what happened since they were stuck in the human realm for like 6 months, and everything's kind of a mess, and I just really love seeing that. um 911 Lone Star, the I at the beginning of the month, I think I rewatched some of 911 Lone Star, or was it the end of December? I don't remember, but I think it was beginning of January. I rewatched some of 911 Lone Star because the new episodes was coming out, and the so far the first 2 episodes of Lone Star came out, so I watched both of those. Uh, what's today? Okay, it was just a couple days ago. When the second episode came out. So yeah, and I enjoyed them both, and I love the Tarlos content we're getting. Tarlos, for those of you that are not a fan, is the ship between TK and Carlos, and I really love them, and we're getting so much more scenes with them, especially now that they're engaged, and we're getting more just Carlos scenes. Like he has this whole other storyline that kind of coincides with the storyline with TK, which I'm very excited for as we continue. But yeah, then I have Monster High the series, which is a new series for G3 of Monster High, and I'm so excited for the new episodes that come out. I have no idea when the new episode is supposed to come out, but I love what I've seen so far. And yeah, then I watched the first episode of Henry Danger just the other day, and I've been meaning to watch it anyways because I've seen some episodes here and there that was on like reruns and stuff, and I've been meaning to watch it, and I was bored, and I turned on the first episode, and it was good. I want to continue. I don't know when I will because I'm a huge mood watcher, which is a problem sometimes, but yeah. So, and then I started the first episode of Teen Wolf. Haven't finished because I got bored. I might get hate for that because Teen Wolf is pretty popular, but I do want to continue, at least try to continue. Like, I'll at least try to get a little bit further into season one before I decide if I'm gonna continue or just stop watching the show completely. Because I've had this on my watch list forever, and I'm gonna be pretty disappointed if I end up not liking it. Because I know I've heard so many people talk about how much they love Styles and they love Styles and Lydia. Lydia, I think is their ship name, and I want to love them too because they do seem cute. Because I apparently the reason why finally decided to watch it because apparently TikTok is giving me signs to try it because I keep seeing Teen Wolf related things, mostly Stydia edits, and I'm like, okay, apparently TikTok wants me to watch it, so I'll turn it on. And I never finished the first episode because I got bored. And also, I feel like the characters. I didn't know that much about Teen Wolf. Mostly I've heard about three characters, and I guess I got the wrong impressions of the characters, so I was expecting the characters to be different. Like Scott, I thought Scott and Styles were basically supposed to be switched. Like Styles was the sweet, caring, nerdy one, and this Scott was the jerk that can be a bit arrogant and mean sometimes. I guess not mean, not the right word, but yeah. And then I thought Lydia was more of the sweet, shy girl, and apparently she's more of a mean, bossy, awful person. And yeah, so the characters, those three characters, which are kind of three of the main characters, are nothing like what I thought from going into it. So it also kind of what shook me up because I was like, wait a minute, this isn't what I thought I was getting into. But I still do want to continue. At least give it a try. Like I'm not just gonna watch half the episode and then I will I do want to get a little bit further into season one before I make up my mind about quitting or continuing. And hopefully it'll pick up more, especially if Scott gets more into being a werewolf and stuff. And so yeah, we'll see. But I'll let you know. How it goes. I hope to watch more of it this month, so we'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching. That is all of what I watched, really. I know it doesn't seem that much, but I don't know. That's actually a lot for me. At least movie wise, it was. Like I said, I don't watch that many movies. Like actually, this month I might be watching some movies because I've been in the mood to watch Scream, which I still haven't gotten to yet. Which, as you can tell, I've been in his Scream mood. I found this Scream YouTube. Well, he's a horror YouTuber, but he talks mostly about Scream. I've noticed. But I was binging a lot of his Scream related videos, and then I was like, oh man, now I really want to watch these movies because I love these movies. They're some of my favorite horror movies to this very day. It was actually one of my first horror movies ever, and I absolutely love it and I'm in the mood to watch it. So all five movies, especially since Scream 6 is coming out soon. When is it coming out? I think in a month or two. I think it's next month actually. I might be wrong. Actually, I think it is next month because the trailer already came out. So yeah. But yeah, so I want to watch all five movies, especially since Scream 6 is coming out soon. So yeah, and I'm very excited. As you can tell, I'm in Scream mood. I'm wearing my Scream shirt, and yeah, so I'm very excited for that. But yeah, but like I said, I'm not a huge movie watcher, so a lot of times for these videos, if I do continue making them, the whole what I watched the previous month videos, a lot of times there may not be movies. just TV shows. I just prefer TV shows. Just me. So yeah, but I still prefer books over TV shows. I like to read more than watch TV. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe and comment what kind of things you watched last month in January, and I'll talk to you guys next time.